Your systems are not broken, your model is. I just need better systems is actually the biggest lie you have been sold. Be honest, how many times after a day at work where things just went haywire, you came home and you felt like, I just need better systems. Like, this is not working. We got to change something. Also, tell me on days when you stayed up late finishing patients and you had a new hire that just made so many mistakes that you can't even deal with it. And then on top of it, you come home with a whole bag of homework. Maybe it's charts, or maybe it's digital homework, or maybe you just need to review your financials. And be honest, on those days, how many of you thought to yourself how much you hate owning a practice? And then after the despair passed, you thought to yourself, I just need better systems. I got to tighten my clinical protocol. I got to train my staff better. We just need to get more organized. But let me ask you this. Do you really? Because last time I checked, you are pretty organized. You are not lazy. Work ethics has never been your issue. You work really damn hard to make this thing work. Then how come you still don't have the practice that you want? Is it just the systems? Have you just not cracked the right planner? You haven't created the right Asana board? Is that really the issue? Do you really want another practice management tool? What you really want is a team that is self-led. You want a team that doesn't run to you for every little thing. You want a team that's mature, that can handle 90% of problems on their own, so that you can do your part and they can perform perfectly their part. What you want are patients that don't doubt you. You want patients that see you as an authority. Patients that reach out to you, don't have objections. They may have some questions. It's a discussion in the consult, but you don't feel this heaviness that you have to convince them that they need treatment, regardless of your specialty. You want patients that seek you out, patients that are going to wait on a wait list for 4 months to be seen by you for a paid consultation. You want a schedule where you have room to breathe. You don't want a schedule that's optimized to death. And yet, you're told you just need better systems. How much more can we continue optimizing your schedule, training the staff that doesn't do things that could not be taught? Logic, responsibility, and common sense cannot be taught. What you want has a name, and the name is a boutique practice. Now, when I talk about boutique practice, a lot of people have misconceptions about it. The first thing that most people think, most doctors think, is boutique practice is practice with pain in the butt patients. You immediately think that boutique means, oh my gosh, concierge. I'm just going to be bending over backwards for these difficult patients. And by difficult, I mean difficult in terms of the way you manage them. People that don't respect you as a doctor, don't respect you as an authority, people that constantly question you, that have an attitude, that don't see you as a doctor, quite frankly, right? And maybe patients that need extra on top of extra accommodations, right? We're talking a special back pillow, right? It's not just a back pillow, but they want that special back pillow. They don't like that high-speed noise, so they need special noise canceling headphones. No, these are not the kind of patients that build a boutique practice in the way I teach how to build a boutique practice. Boutique practice is, again, one of the biggest misconceptions and barriers for women doctors from starting these practices is that you believe that boutique concierge practice means you have to deal with difficult patients, both difficult in terms of managing their expectations, managing their care, appointments, that they want extra things, and also difficult in terms of cases. For orthodontists like me, for example, many orthodontists, when I say boutique practice, they immediately picture adult patients. The majority of doctors, the majority of orthodontists don't want to see adult cases. They're difficult. They're a lot more challenging to treat than kids or teenagers. Your boutique practice does not need to include difficult patients if you don't have to. Did you know that? That's not how you build a boutique practice. A boutique practice is practice that's filled with what I call dream premium patients, DPP, the type of patients that are light as a feather to work with. Right now, think about your patients. Go in your memory. Think about all of your patients. Who are the patients that you enjoy working the most? When you picture those cases in your head. And if you're treating children, if you're an orthodontist or pediatric dentist, or maybe a general dentist who sees children, think about those parents. Think about those kids and those parents. Who are those patients that you love working with the most? Now, think about their characteristics, both in terms of managing their cases, just dealing with people, with the humans, and also in terms of clinically with their cases. Those are your dream premium patients. And now their biggest misconception is that if you have a boutique practice, it means that you have to bend over backwards and overserve your patients. Huge misconception. Again, not in the way I teach boutique practice. Because when you know how to attract, how to speak to your dream premium patients, which you already right now have in your world is just now filled with them. That's what we're going to change inside of the 8-figure dentist. But you want to fill your world with these dream premium patients. And when you do, they start seeking you out. These patients are autonomous. They don't depend on you for every breath. Sure, they have questions, but their questions are reasonable. They are not going to smile at your face and then bombard you on the app with millions of questions afterwards. They are not going to involve other practitioners without telling you, so you start receiving these phone calls and weird emails feeling like your patients don't trust you and go behind your back. Your dream premium patients are educated, they're self-led, they're autonomous, and they're seeking you out for your specific genius because it matches exactly what they desire, exactly the dental problem that they have. That is how you build boutique practice. And when you learn how to speak to your dream premium patients, because they're willing to wait on wait lists until they can finally see you for a consultation, I will teach you how to convert them at a higher rate. And a spoiler alert, when you focus your marketing effort on bringing those patients in, your case acceptance is going to go up. Because you are not just luring patients for free exam or emergency treatment, but they're specifically seeking you out. Specific philosophy that you have, specific procedure, veneers, airway, all on X cases. They specifically want that thing that you're so good at. Then your conversion in the exam room is going to go up. Your case acceptance is going to go up to 90 to 100%. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to increase your fees. That is true freedom. When you're charging 2x your current fees, I want you to think in your head right now, how much are you charging for the procedure that you want to? Let's say I told you you can only do one procedure for the entire year, just one procedure. What would it be? Hold that procedure in your mind. Now, how much do you currently charge for that procedure? Is it $1,700? Is it $5,000? Is it $10,000? Now, double that number. Let's do this exercise together. I do this with my private clients all the time. Now, double that number. What if I told you it's absolutely possible for you to charge 2x your current fees? And you're going to be working with patients that thought you out, that paid for your consultation. For patients that are mature and self-led. Would you love to work with these patients? That's how you create a boutique practice. When you attract aligned patients and you increase your fees, your case acceptance goes up to 90 to 100%. Now you can reduce the volume of patients you're seeing. So you're going to see way less patients, 2 times fewer patients than you're seeing right now. What else is going to happen? You're going to have that breathing room on your schedule that you so desire. You're going to have the revenue that you want because you're charging more, but you're seeing fewer patients. And guess what's going to happen with your team? You don't have to have 10 people on staff, 14 people on staff. You only need a few, but you can pay them much higher than what you're paying right now. So you can actually attract the creme de la creme of assistants, of an office manager, of a front desk. You can attract the best talent. This is how you have a self-led team full of mature individuals that take responsibility, that are accountable. You give them some systems and they run with it. They improve it and modify it and perfect it. So the whole thing is running like a well-oiled machine. You are not trying to build a McDonald's with better furniture. You're building something different. If what you're truly after is freedom with good money, and otherwise, why have you started your practice in the first place or bought a practice? Then boutique is the way to go. And if you want to know exactly the steps of how to either build from scratch or turn your current practice to a boutique model, then come to my new masterclass. It's happening next week. It's called Stop the Volume, where I'm going to break down the exact strategy. I'm going to show you the formula of how to build your dream practice. Exactly how much revenue you want to have, exactly how many patients you want to see, exactly how this would look like for you. I'm going to show you my fee to freedom calculator that will show it to us. Then based on that, you will see exactly what you need to focus on in order to have that dream practice, that low volume, high fee boutique practice. And then when you do, lastly, I'll show you how to increase your fees without losing cases. When you have these 3 things lined up is when you're going to have your freedom practice. This is what I help women doctors do inside of the 8-figure practice. And now it's available to you for free in my masterclass next week called Stop the Volume. So simply comment free underneath this live or DM me. Sometimes I don't see the messages and I'll send you your private invitation. And if you're an orthodontist and you're coming to Hawaii in 2 weeks for WooCon, for our conference, I would love to say hello to you. I'm actually a speaker there in October. October 16th at 9:45 a.m. is my slot. And I'm presenting on the topic, the time freedom method. So come on over to my lecture or just pop by and say hi. Let's talk. I'd love to meet you in person. So otherwise, I will show you more details. All right, guys, have a beautiful week. See you at a masterclass. Bye.